Hey guys, Lester, and welcome back to another Pixelmon video here on the channel. Today we are going to be going over how to access the Ultra Space in your Pixelmon world, what are the best things to do in the Ultra Space, and kind of how it currently functions in the Pixelmon mod. Because for those who do not know, Pixelmon updated yesterday and it added Ultra Space back in. I know Ultra Space was in previous versions, but this is the start of the official new Ultra Space, so it works differently. It has new features, new biomes, etc., and we're going to be getting all into that right now. So if you guys have been enjoying the Pixelmon content on the channel, smash the like button, show your support, consider subscribing if you're new, and let's hop right into this. So I should mention we are in Pixelmon version 9.0.11, and this is the only version currently that this knowledge will make sense in. If you are in any other version of Pixelmon, I'm telling you guys right now, it's not going to, like, you're not even going to see the same stuff I see when you enter Ultra Space. So make sure you're in the most recent version of Pixelmon, just so everything makes sense. But yeah, and also Minecraft version 1.16.5, because again, if you're playing on Minecraft 1.12, what are you doing? Update already. But let's get into this. So first off, we need to talk about how to enter Ultra Space. Now, it still has yet to be confirmed if the portals are naturally spawning in the world, so we're going to say right now they aren't, just for the video guide's sake. So the only way to enter is to have a Pokemon that can use the Wormhole ability. Now, there's only a select few Pokemon that can do that, that being Arceus, Solgaleo, Lunala, Necrozma, and Palkia. So you're going to want to make sure you have one of these 5 Pokemon. And once you have one of these 5 Pokemon, you're going to send out said Pokemon, like my Arceus here. And at the top right hand corner, you'll see it says Forge. Now, you're going to want to make sure your Keybinds are set to something different to make sure it works. So I will show you guys really quickly. Under Controls, if you scroll down to Pixelmon, you're going to want to make sure that the next external move is key bound to something that isn't currently used. And you're going to want to make sure the use external move is bound to something that isn't being used. And you can know it's on a unique key if it's not flashing red. Now, what you're going to do is hold down the key, which would be switch the external move. You're going to select Ultra Space Wormhole. So at the top right, you can see it now says Open Wormhole. And I'm going to hit B, which opens said wormhole, and bada boom, bada bing, we got a wormhole. So one more thing before we leave, though. I should mention safety goggles no longer work. If you guys remember, safety goggles were a thing you could put on where it would change your vision to give you more of a range to see in the Ultra Space. That no longer is a function, so unfortunately, there's no point in bringing safety goggles with you. The only thing I could recommend, though, is, of course, having a Pokemon that can fly. Of course, all those Pokemon can fly, I think, except Solgaleo, so you're fine at that point. But let's enter Ultra Space. So upon entering Ultra Space, you will notice, first off, we are in the Ultra Desert. But more importantly, there are only 2 biomes in Ultra Space currently, the Ultra Desert and the Ultra Deep Sea, and both biomes have very difficult functions to them now, and Ultra Space itself functions differently. So if for whatever reason all your Pokemon faint while you're in Ultra Space, you will completely be teleported out of Ultra Space. So if my Arceus, my only Pokemon, were to faint right now, it would just send me back to the overworld at the exact point at which I entered. So just keep that in mind for anyone who is currently here. If you are wondering, if I go into survival mode, there is 0 gravity. So similar to how the old Ultra Space worked, there's 0 gravity. However, what you do not want to do is touch one of these cacti. I'll show you what happens if I were to accidentally run into one. So aside from getting into a battle with a Helioptile, which I'm going to immediately erase. So you'll notice I've been given Poison 4. So that knocked me down pretty low on my HP. And not only that, but my Arceus is poisoned now as well. So literally by just touching one of these purple cacti, I've been completely reduced on my health. I mean, if you're one of the people that play Pixelmon, you probably play in peaceful or easy mode, because Pixelmon's about playing Pokemon, you know what I mean? But your Pokemon, you know what I mean? Like, my Arceus is now poisoned. He is very hurt, and he doesn't like that. So it's very dangerous now to run into just a random cacti. And this will apply to your whole team. If I had a full team of 6, they would all be poisoned right now. Unfortunately, only Arceus, or I guess fortunately, Arceus is my only Pokemon right now. And how Pixelmon works, as you guys know now, if you run around for a bit, the poison will auto-cure itself. But I recommend coming in with a bunch of potions to heal yourself, if that would be the situation you're in. But in terms of what you can find here, other than the pink Diglett that was just up there, there's not really much. The caves are pretty barren. It's just Ultra Space Stone, and it doesn't seem like there's any ore or stuff, but I do know they plan on adding more to this. It's not just 2 biomes. For now, it's only 2 biomes, I should say. But they do for sure plan on adding more stuff to the Ultra Space. Let me try to locate the Ultra Deep Sea, because this is not the only danger. While you're in Ultra Space, you will also find a bunch of loot. Explore every single, I think these are called debris. If you come down here, you'll see there's a Beast Ball loot right here. I just got myself an Earth Plate. And Beast Ball loots contain all the plates for Arceus. I think Genesec's discs, Type Null / Savali's CD things as well. I think you can get a bunch of the Z crystals here. This basically is a place to come if you want to get a bunch of endgame like legendary items and stuff, because Beast Balls give you a bunch of that. Also, Beast Balls give you Beast Balls. Not to mention the Ultra Beasts spawn here. I saw Pheromosa when I was taking screenshots yesterday. So Ultra Beasts do spawn here. It no longer will give you the notification though that they spawn like a legendary. So just keep in mind that when you enter this place, you're going to want to keep an eye out. So this is the Ultra Deep Sea. You will see it looks completely different. It's a lot darker. And it's a lot scarier. I should also mention that this place also has some hazardous things that I will show you right here. There is some water here, but you'll notice there is some purple kelp. Now, I will show you if, for whatever reason, I were to here. I'm going to Poke Heal just to prove this. So, if I were to touch this kelp, as you can see, it hurt me. It gave me blindness 4 and slowness 4, and it also put Arceus to sleep. So all your Pokemon will be put to sleep upon you touching that. So literally do not touch that. I'm sure you might be wanting to look for certain Pokemon in the water here because there are some that spawn. But just keep in mind that there is a bunch of toxic things in the water that quite literally will ruin your day. They purposely did this to make Ultra Space a lot more difficult now. While there's not as many Pokemon spawning here seemingly, the dangers here are a lot more dangerous now, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word. And it makes sense because Ultra Space is meant to be an alternate dimension. It's supposed to be dangerous and unknown to people. So it makes sense there would be toxic things here that would hurt you. I really like that a lot. And I imagine they're going to be doing all the other Ultra places, like an Ultra Jungle, Ultra Savannah. Like, I think they're going to be doing every single biome here, but ultrafied. Because as you guys know, all the Ultra Beasts spawn in different Ultra biomes. Pheromosa spawns in the Ultra Desert, which we have, and I believe Nihilego spawns in the Ultra Deep Sea, which we are currently in. I'm kind of hoping to see one, because I haven't seen one yet, but just rest assured they do spawn. And I do plan on making guides on the Ultra Beasts once this biome gets another update or two, or this dimension, just so I can be certain that everything's going to work how it's supposed to. But as you can see, this place is not, it's not skimping out on the loot, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna find a bunch of loot here, which is really nice. Unfortunately, however, there are no raid dens here. That was another thing that was taken out from the previous Ultra space in the previous Pixelmon versions. There used to be a bunch of raid dens here. That is no longer a thing, which makes sense because raid dens are supposed to be for Dynamaxing and stuff, and Dynamaxing wouldn't exactly happen in an alternate dimension because Dynamax energy is provided from Eternatus and that whole thing in Galar. So it makes sense that that would not be a feature here. Because Pixelmon is going for the more realistic sense now. It's not just everything everywhere kind of thing. I mean, it is doing that, but it's doing it more fairly, I think. I think it makes sense that this, if you come here, you're not expected to find everything from the overworld like how it used to be. I like that it's its own actual world now that you can find specific Pokemon. And I like that a lot. But yeah, that is pretty much all there's to say on the guide for how Ultra Space works now, how to get here, what function is here. And I would show you how to get out of here. The only other thing I can think of right now is just to die here. But I mean, how it used to be is just falling into the void, but that's not a thing anymore. Also, as you can see, my Arceus just woke up. So just flying around or spending time here, your Pokemon will lose their SAS conditions again. But I think the only way to leave this place is to just have another portal open. So Arceus. Oh, he's still recharging his portal ability. So you're pretty much stuck here. Unless you just use like /kill, or if you just, you know, jump from a high place. Oh wait, that can't happen because there's 0 gravity. Yeah, the only way to leave this place, I'm pretty sure right now, is to have Arceus or whoever you have that can do portals open another portal. Otherwise you're stuck here and, oh, hello. This is the first NPC I've seen here. Okay, so NPCs do spawn here. Confirmed. That's like literally the first one I've seen though. That's kind of funny. But yeah, like I said, if you die in any format or your entire Pokemon team faints, you will be transported back. But I imagine going to that place, you're meant to be there for a while. That's sort of the intent, it looks like now. It's not meant to be just you go there and then leave. But either way, once more, I will go over these are the only 5 Pokemon that can use the Wormhole ability at the moment. At least that's what it says on the wiki page. There might be someone else, but it makes sense that it would only be these 5. But yeah, Let me know if this guy was helpful to you at all. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns about Ultra Space, leave them down below. I'll try my best to answer them. And if you're enjoying the current Pixelmon update, again, this is Pixelmon version 9.0.11. Make sure you're in that version. Otherwise, any of this information I just gave you would be invalid. But if you guys did enjoy, smash the like button, subscribe for new, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Goodbye.